It is unlisted, so no one can join yet, but we are rolling.
Alright.
I don't care if you say my name. I've, like, been called my name in the background so many times and said in so many videos.
Yeah, okay. Send the pictures, by the way. Well, one of them isn't freaking loading. How about those send? Okay, cool. Bomb. There we go.
Yo, Pete. Those are fire, dude.
I love baggy pants.
I gotta go. First thing I gotta do. First 30 minutes of stream, get some exclusive, like, behind-the-scenes footage of me booting up the park and getting a screenshot for the thumbnail. It'll be nice to have a co-host for this shorter stream. It's the jungle section we're working on today is going to be the shortest section I've worked on yet, I think. Like, main attractions are going to be Jungle Source and Concavinator, if I haven't put down a Concavinator yet, and I have not. Yeah, but it's the smallest section by just a little. And I need to get a nice screenshot.
Instead of farting on mic like I did last time, I should vomit on my... Just
Let's get first person view of these eddies. Not majestic enough.
Maybe.
This will be the first time finally that this stream's thumbnail will be a dinosaur from the actual park. Honestly, I could reuse the Brachiosaurus thumbnail because it's slated to be in the jungle section. The jungle section's focus, I think, is going to be on unique jungle like carnivores. Like, for instance, a particular Majungasaurus. I think we'll save Concavinator for the mystery section. And she'll be going public in T-minus now. Alright. The stream is officially available for peopling. Microphone's enabled, chat's on, everything's good.
My mom's had a vacuum, so I might be muted.
Nah, you good. It'd be funny if I called you like Jimmy. He's the other half of your username. Alright. Here I am. Here we go. I do need to go. I have a viewer request name for the Spinosaurus that I need to go do real quick. Because I, for some reason, could not find bro's chat messages last time. Where is the last live stream? There's a bunch of, I guess PS4 live streaming was like really buggy. Yeah, it was Camden. Yeah. There we go. For what I'd honestly consider one of, if not my first, truly active chat member. I have respected Camden's wishes and named the Spino after them. Now, I get to work. There's no one here yet. Since I get to cooking. I believe we're using classic main thoroughfare? Yes, we were. Use that middle path. I want to have a nice consistent curve. That leads very well into the Isla Sorna section. Because what's intended is for the main path to be sort of like the main path you'd take as a first-time guest would sort of be like this. Then you'd see the JP exhibit last. And yeah, of course, I need to introduce Stream 2 to the pre-plotted land that I did off camera. It's going to be where all our stuff is. And next Wednesday I will build what will hopefully be one of my best builds. Plan on doing a genuinely good tribute to Isla Sorna. Not how I normally do this. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, damn you, me. I thought I had this. I forgot how to do my own thing. Dementiatic Miles Morales. Let's see. Get that lined up there. Not happy with the curve on that part of the path. Yeah, but it's what we're stuck with. Why are you so insanely large? I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with this section yet. But the pathing here is looking okay. We do have that little straight section there. I think that right there, whatever that's doing here, is like a perfect spot for like a cut into an exhibit. I think that's what I'm going to have there. There we go, looks straight enough. Top 10 things never said about me. Problem with starting his streams when there's no one here because I'm too bored to sit here and do a little stream starting soon screen, and I don't know that. Okay, I don't know if you can fucking do that on PlayStation. I also just want to get started on the park. Been yearning to work on this more. Give me something to do. We might do a smaller path through here, like to go to the other area. This might also be where we build the first official aviary of the park. That could go crazy. Or first real aviary, I mean. I think we do build, like... Oh, no, we have the Tapejara here. We could do Tropicognathus. Tropicognathus would be good, like, right over here. I really like... It's jungle, so we're going to do JP, I think. Yeah, hold on. And that causes a slight elevation shift. So even from over here, you're going to see that poking over. Okay, now that's good. That's something good right there. We're going to shove that in the side of there. And then I need to, unfortunately, attach an aviary hatchery. Because just straight airdropping into a hatchery was never a thing they thought would, I don't know, be useful. It's fine, I can go there. Look at that little trick there. Little thing I just did. And good lord, that path. I was just talking about how I liked that it was elevated like that. Is this slightly sunken down? No, they're both slightly lifted up. That's gonna be a pain when it comes to placing the water, isn't it? Come on, I do this paths next to fences all the time. I can get this just right. Then we're gonna do a smooth terrain here, I think. And here. Those will ramp down here. So like ramp down to here. 1 second. I like this cool little walk up to the aviary. Also, I'm a nut for symmetry, so... Wait, hold on. We have, like... We could put something down there. I don't know what, but I like the way that looks and feels. Oh, goodness. Maybe fuck that up. There we go. Let's see, run through there. I do like that. I very much like that. Elevation can be a huge thing for a good park. This will lead down to like a guest section probably. We'll put some stuff here. I might like make this a little like nature thing probably. Very much goes hard. And plus, I'm always happy to have Tropicognathus in my parks. I'm probably saying that in a way that's going to give a paleontologist an aneurysm, but I don't mind in the slightest. Then we'll have a big plaza here. I appreciate that she's packing her cigarettes away from me because she knows I'm on mic. But it's kind of funny hearing it in the background. I don't know if that picks up. I see you. I like the way that flushes into that curve. It's very nice, very nice. And then say we do just like a few amenities here. And then of course we're going to have a pretty major exhibit here. This might be the Majungasaurus. It's in a good spot to be the star exhibit of this section. Yeah, I kind of like how that lays out there. And we'll figure out building this way in a second. I love a path that like curves off here. And then that looks like a very convenient section to shove like another aviary or something. Right here was still smart thinking though. I'm proud of that. I think I did good on that. And I should probably save spaces for the monorail, because that's right, I did decide to go with the monorail. I might revoke that idea. That's gonna be a chat thing.
Hey, did you,
Damn, we can't fit the small amenity there. Maybe we could fit the gift shop up here. I'd have to surround it with some trees. But there we go. That's kind of cooking. I kind of like that. I need to go surround it with trees real quick. So that upholds the sort of skyline feel those trees give. There we go. Look at that. That's good. I like that. So now, I think we should go ahead and get the Tropiognathus set up. Tropiognathus? Tropiognathus? How do you... How do you say it? Let's look in the hatchery and find out. Tropiognathus. That's how I'm going to say it. That's how it's said. That I'm making that law. That's what we're saying now. It's Tropiognathus. Didn't need advanced equipment. Don't know why I did that. It's going to be what goes in here. I don't know. Ooh, I haven't made a Quetzalcoatlus yet. Quetzalcoatlus. Second most confusing name in the world. What if in a swamp? Dimorphodon looks like it belongs in a swamp. We're doing jungle. I like Pterodactylus a lot. I think I want to save Quetzals for the mystery section. Marodactylus? Teeth are horrendous. I like Tropio it is. And apparently I really only have like one favorite color for them. Oh my, they come in a batch of 2? They better be big. I don't remember them coming in max batches of 2. If visually 4 isn't enough, we'll change that. I'm just gonna do the format I do for pretty much every thing I do with flyers. This is a one flyer exhibit, so it isn't big, so we're just gonna focus on giving the Tropic Nathos good places to land. The jungles, it's gonna be rocky, it's gonna be crazy. Oh, that's a good rock. That needs to be in the water. There we go. What if we get 3 of those big rocks around there? That gives them some places to sit. And then we sort of just litter the base of those each with little rocks. Why can't I put sand right there? What is right there that is blocking sand? Let me guess, when I do this, there's something going to be sand? No. Why can't I sand that? This game is mean. There we go. It's jungle, so I'm gonna ground leaf and ground fiber around here. Namely ground fiber because it gives a feel that very much looks like reeds. I'm just happy we're getting proper water plant decoration soon. Should be very nice to have and mess with. We're gonna make this look like it's sort of the start of a clearing around the water here. Hey, it's Camden. Welcome to the second stream. I have honored your wishes. The Spinosaurus has gotten its name, and I stuck to its default JP3 colors. Though I believe the blue is a little lighter in this game. I just kicked my drink under my chair. Ooh. There you go. You have all the Spinosaurus. We are currently working on a jungle section. I have arranged everything into little segments, and I will be working on one a stream is the plan. Hopefully every Wednesday. I make no guarantees, don't bet on it. Right now we're doing thick jungle. Which means we're going to have, all things considered, a kind of cramped pterosaur exhibit here. So normally don't enclose them too much in anything, but I'm sort of running these trees around the back because I want to have the little landing platforms poking out where there's clearings. And I do honestly want it to look like the trees are kind of growing into the fence. Or not the fence, the mesh of the aviary there. Let's go place these first before I worry about the more minor foliage. I think it'll be cool to have these sort of poking out of the trees. I absolutely adore these and the fact that pterosaurs are actually land on them. And I think for Tropic Nothus, I might add something else to sort of spice things up. Alright, the general main dinosaurs I have planned for the section are Majungasaurus and Brachiosaurus. I do not believe I've added Brachiosaurus to the park yet. And it was my girlfriend's wishes to have a Brachiosaurus in the park. It is a very cramped exhibit. Finishing the Claire Sanctuary DLC. Oh yeah! Alright, let's see. These guys have to have like crazy territory needs or something. I don't see why there's a limit of 2 of them per hatching. They're a good bit bigger than the pterosaur or pteranodons, but you can see them. Oh, once they come out of the trees. Yeah, we're doing 6. Definitely. Well, we'll do 5. We'll do one more batch of 1. You guys can release on your own. I gotta go help these guys come into existence. The same color patterns. We're just gonna pick the one with less negative traits. Look at the comfort needs. Keep your eye on them. Why did they shift? Yeah, security's back at the bottom. This game's weird. Release my blue birds. Flying dinosaur difficulty happy. Yeah, they are. They're definitely one of the more challenging things to keep in your park. I don't think they're definitely not sauropod level hard to keep. Good lord. I barely use Brachiosaurus in my actual challenge mode parks just because it's such a jerk. But flying animals are definitely worth it. Choppignathus, Tapejara, and Quetzalcoatlus can bring in some crazy rating from what I've seen. Especially Quetzal, because it is your rating tank when it comes to flyers. It's needier, needs more space, needs more stuff, but it's huge and it brings in rating. For Brachiosaurus, you have to either give them half the map, in which they won't territory all of it and will get mad at you, or you have to get the perfect size enclosure and perfectly balance their food and forest with a tiny bit of open space. It's really annoying. Mamenchosaurus and Dreadnoughtus are both easier to take care of from what I remember and what I've experienced. So I just kind of prefer to have them in my parks. It's... I don't like that you can see this. Apatosaurus is easier. Yeah, it's true. Apatosaurus is pretty easy to take care of, and they're not bad for rating. They're actually pretty decent for it, if I remember correctly. The issue is, it's a Jurassic World model and not a Frontier model, which means it looks horrendous. I don't know what put them in their right mind to make the JW Patasaurus so horribly ugly when it should be a beautiful creature. Yeah, no, I'd put a Patasaurus more in my parks if it didn't look like a wrinkly skin bag. I love them. They're sweet creatures. And if there were a list of dinosaurs, I'd be willing. The game messed up a lot of designs. Yeah, but also, Apatosaurus as a dinosaur design I've always felt very strongly about in Jurassic World. And not in a good way. Not in its favor. I think I generally prefer Frontiers designs to the Jurassic World art team. But if I really have to give an art team a favoritism, it's the original JW art team, or JP art team. Yeah, they really did just do it dirty. Makes me mad too, because modern Apatosaurus reconstructions are beautiful. There was no reason to make it ugly. The Brachiosaurus has always been majestic in the movies. Why make another sauropod and then make it ugly? We do die every time we see it. Yeah, it did. I mean, you look like that, and I won't be surprised. But I'm glad we got a Titanosaurus with Jurassic World Rebirth, because we were in desperate need of a nice-looking sauropod. Ooh, that's a good snap point there. Just give me that angle and smooth into that path. Yes, I like that. Titanium was awesome. Yeah. I think out of the Rebirth designs, that's my favorite new one. I also like the Rebirth Raptor. It definitely feels like it's trying to do the JP3 thing, where they made it more colorful and gave it the feathers. but I like it a tiny bit more than the Quillium, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, is that a hot take though? I like the Rebirth Raptors a little more than the Quillium himself. Yeah, that is. I need to put something there. I think like a display of some kind somehow would be good. I think the Baryonyx is cooler. I love Baryonyx. I will say, out of all the like crocodilified Jurassic World designs there are, and how much of an issue it is with the art design, I do think that it's kind of charming on the Baryonyx. Like, I don't mind it there. Wish we had a Quetz statue. Or just more statues of flyers in general. But I love these little pteranodons on sticks. They're stupid. It's awesome. What if I, per se... And once again, I am getting picky results from my PlayStation on which messages not to show in full. This thing hates me. Open it. Open it. Open it, phone. Thank you. JWE2 features in JWE1. I think, like, a lot of the maps from JWE1 would benefit heavily from JWE2's engine. Like, I think that would work out great if that were done somehow. I don't see it happening, though, because from, like, a game design standpoint, it's kind of redundant to go back and fix that on that title, but it would be actually awesome. Ooh. This is probably the reason I'm happy with the, big, customization changes that are coming. Is I could place this down, like, maybe I could put, like, a raptor perched on top of it as, like, a little statue. In current, I'd need mods for that, but I could prop the Spino up here, maybe? Maybe? Dang. You know what, that's the visual intrigue of that spot, is that temperate rock. Maybe we put Mr. DNA at its base. Placing creation allows the every paddock. Oh, is the airdrop not a thing in JWE1? I can't remember. I thought it was. Could have sworn it was. It's not? Are they stupid? Oh, no wonder it came to this game. Imagine building parks on JWE2's scale for the JP DLC. So it was something they added during the DLCs and realized it should stay as a returning feature. It's going to be downright necessary for JWE3 with how much stuff we can do. Like, there's going to be no space for it. And I already know, like, the fact we can download creations from other people for, like, our buildings is, like, space conservation is going to go crazy. Like, people who care about really conserving space are going to do some absolutely insane stuff with that. You already know it. You put that there. I'm just kind of spitballing here, seeing what works. There we go. That is not bad. I wish there was... I really hope those, like what looked like walls for the paths, I hope those are a thing. And that wasn't just, like, a well-placed decoration in that trailer, because I really want that to be an actual thing. He's just downstairs. 5-star park. I really, really hope there's park sharing too. Because I'm not gonna lie, one of the biggest appeals for Planet Coaster for me was the fact you could visit other people's parks. I never really had great connection, and also I think not many people who built great parks in Planet Coaster 2 or Planet Coaster 1. Sorry, actually ended up uploading them because I always kind of just found some stinkers, but I don't know. Maybe I just got horrible luck, but like that on JWE2 would go insane. The ability to actually like spend like 80 hours, some crazy amount of time putting together a park, and then you can put it out for people to download and play. That is like, there's so much potential in that, and I really hope it's a thing. If they haven't already confirmed park sharing. Also, I've heard, pray tell, that Silk Song comes out next month. You'll be all jungle thing. We will pretend you are a Majungasaurus skeleton. Because that's what's coming soon, is Majungasaurus. Pro tip, put these at the base of these. It looks cool when nighttime comes around. Have a cool down angle on those. I'm not going to hit these yet. I will junglify them. I need to go back over here and desertify these ones. But, well then, let's work on your YouTube crash. Huh. Oh, how does that happen? The middle of typing. Yeah, I need to... Little idea here. Steal this from Evo Squared. And I'm sure other people have done too. You sort of do this to like... Dude! Close your apps, man! What's like a jungly fence? I think this one gives me the right vibe for the jungle. The king of the jungle. I'd make some comment about using the Rex here. But, one, it lived in North America. Do the heavy fence the Spino obliterated? That is Spino's. Oh, that's, like, all rights reserved to the Spino to use that. We do not infringe upon her right to use the funny fence that she obliterated. There we go. Bit of a big enclosure, but these Majungasaurs are going to be kind of the main exhibit over here next to a... Ooh, wrong direction. Only next to a... Everyone in middle school is just weird. Nah, dude, I have like... You can ask Grim when he gets back. My funny co-host, who is here this time. He just didn't want to join last time. We respect that. But... Like, our middle school we went to is, like, that place has, like, a curse running on it or something. That place is horrible. Do we do, like... I know I want to divot down the jungle exhibits. Ooh, we should definitely do a little Dilophosaurus enclosure here. That could go crazy. Let's keep this heightened and see if we can't pull down the fence some here. Good elevation to your fences can go crazy. I kind of like the idea of pulling the slope out this way, maybe. And then we have the JWE Rebirth Dilo. Ah, yeah, I like the colors. I like the colors in most of Rebirth, honestly. I think it was definitely one of Rebirth's like best things when it comes to design direction, was they did colors on the dinosaurs very well. That Rex felt like old and almost like wise. bit of a perfectionist with the paths, even though I normally don't care. But you do it right or you don't do it. Alright, man, I'll catch you later. Stream will always be up on the playlist if you miss it. Let's see about that, and then we, like right here maybe. This is more me like pre-plotting where my rocks are gonna go. There we go. And this little lowered area.
So I just started the bucket.
And now we're gonna go to the jungle rocks that I absolutely adore because they are pretty much all in good sizes. Except for some reason, every time I'm doing sort of rock wall thing, I get a ton of big rocks for no reason. Is that good? It's like some kind of battle at Big Rock. Fine, we can have another massive rock there for no reason. That's gonna be where their water is, probably. Or their food. I like having water down in the lowered areas and food on the upper. Food will be up front and in the back here. They'll be like... I have a few ideas for how I'm gonna do this. Alright. I want to stick to using these for section here off. I know this rock can go right there. I saw it. Ooh, I like that spot. Come on, give me a little rock to put to its right. Yes. We'll put some like bushes there to obscure that before you enter. We'll go get the big bush. Big bush.
Bro, you thinking of doing this?
we want to make this all like foliage. It's a jungle after all. So we want to make it feel sort of overgrown. That's going to be the hardest part of this, is just getting everything in. This is what's time consuming about this section. I'm probably going to do its like street decoration off screen just because of how much stuff I need to do. I do like that what this does here is you still get the occasional view from the walkway. Stumbling on my words a little. But it's also like framed and cut off by these plants growing through the fence. What's nice is I can really just use the default tropical all I want. Let's go ahead and make the trees start to border the fence. Poking through the bushes. Anywhere in between the rocks, I can also fit a tree. I've tried to save the occasional space dedicated to them. Go. I think we're also, of course, going to have some jungle border this, so it sort of blends in better. That'll really make things feel nice and natural. Gives the Majungasaurus some place to stalk around in the trees, too, back here. And then, yeah, I think the water's going to be up here, because I can't really think of something to really frame this area with better than that. So, yeah, there you go. And then I'm going to rock that over. Do a little, like, this is sort of their little personal huddle area, so it's sort of dirted over. Let's try to smooth into terrain better. Generally, I kind of want to dirt down wherever it's exposed. Well, it's pretty natural. It's alright, it's alright. And then anywhere that these guys aren't actively trotting, I want covered in bushes. It's going to be all about dense foliage and this area absolutely being flooded with life. There you go, and you patch the grass like that, and it really looks good. I want that big leaning tree, because it's very much fun to see what ways they'll come together. And then we can put down some feeders out and about. Feeders on the other side of this. And a goat feeder just out of sight of the Hearing gallery right here. You can stand here and watch the goat get dispensed. So we're going to extend the path here for that. Masterful play. There we go. That's kind of. I'm kind of liking that. Not sure how much I like that's uneven, but it's my own fault. In the aviary's personal little gift shop, almost. This area is going to be really overgrown. There's not going to be much room for, like, roadside decoration. There's the D I'm after. Oh. What the hell? My lip felt weird. I really don't know what that was on about. Still doing it. That's weird. Why does it feel like that? I don't like that. Stop that. I remember not to use any dinosaurs that run Sorna or the original Jurassic Park quite yet. I think I've already broken that a little, I think, because the Spino's here, but that deserved to be in the desert section, and I didn't want to wait to put it down, I'm just going to be honest. Let's get Majungasaurus in here. Underrated dinosaur. They're kind of cool. I always put them in my jungle sections. I quite enjoy them. Once I remember where M is in the alphabet. There we go. Very much looks like a JW design, if I'm being real, but it is a Frontier one. We'll have a group of 3. That's kind of my golden number with Majungasaurus. Place them via airlift. And we can put all 3 of them in their fresh news. The goat can actually obstruct that? Huh. Look at that. I like that a lot. I need to work more on how out here is going to work. Pardon me. Dang. I think I accomplished that with our old friend here, who I can use to segment what we're working on.
Asset being transported.
In an attempt to do it in a compelling and interesting way. I believe I've failed, but that's staying. Because I don't care. It's cool to have that be like specifically the aviary section, and this specifically is the dining for the jungle. The natural park, these would be more like formatted and organized, wouldn't they? Like they wouldn't just be all willy-nilly as I imagine them being. Come to think of it, yeah, they very much wouldn't be like that, but to repeat myself, I don't care. I want something cool. I want something cool here, like these. Like just a handful of these and rotate it around. Because isn't there a different texture on the other side? No, but mirroring, it's cool. There you go.
Commencing asset transit.
This is like a little photo opportunity, I guess.
It's dinosaurs
With
like this,
Mr. DNA.
Brontosaurus, that can really be a handful. It's
Yeah,
short,
Lambert, be quiet.
stocky, and lives for the hunt. This is also one of the only dinosaurs we know of that may have engaged in cannibalistic behavior. Nothing
Kind of
like
forget how
eating your
small they
friends out for
are.
dinner.
They're smaller than Concavinator. I might push them to the full 5 if they get hard to see. But I think once all 3 of them are down, we'll notice them moving as a pack, and it'll make up for their smaller size, I think. Here's hoping, at least. Got a hunch they ain't gonna quite do that. Hold on, I gotta get this right. If I do some of these on the other side, no, we'll just do this. Boom. Wah. There we go. It's a little something there. I like that. I like that a lot. Good lord, this is so much background noise. I'm really sorry. Let's put some trees right here. There we go, wonderful. And then we will push it up to the edge of... Obliterate those people. There we go, that plaza works. I like that. I think we could do the dilos right here. So we're gonna have a path split off here. A nub at the end marks it ending. I'm gonna bring back this fence. I think because of the JP Dilo's whole, like, acid spinning thing. Or should we save the Dilo for the JP section? The hell was that? I think it is. Not really focusing too hard on guest enrichment in this area. It's going to be a way shorter stream anyways. I mean, we've already been going for how long? Yeah, we're just about to hit an hour. It's only planned for a 1, maybe 2 hour stream for this one. The jungle's going to be real simple, real short. But it should also be real nice. That's the hope, at least. For it to be nice. I think we're doing pretty good, if I had to say so myself. Alright, that's nice foliage. The section is really going to be big on its bird's eye view more than anything. Put that there. Walls off the next section from view. So I sort of want a sense of wonder I just see the Brachiosaurus' heads poking over the trees. I might do them over here, though. Jeez, what do I want here? I could most definitely cook something up here. That's on the path, isn't it? No, we're good. So once you get glimpses of like a sauropod's head coming out from over the trees, I think that'll be cool. I'm just not sure what to do here. Can we do another lagoon? We haven't had a lagoon in a section. That could be fun. We could do a little like ichthyosaur lagoon, called like the beach side or something. That would fit here way better. Not that I really want to all that much. Not with the way that sits. I still need to figure out what I'm putting here before anything. Like a small dinosaur that would fit the jungle. Argentinosaurus. Or, wrong A, it's a Margosaurus. I really like Argentinosaurus, if that wasn't clear by my constant mistakes. I think it's 2 streams in a row I've mentioned Argentinosaurus when thinking of this game's a Margosaurus. It's an A! Scroll up! We really are at my greatest. Random favorite. Random favorite. Do the both of them. They just need water in a little area. They really aren't easy creatures to care for in this game. Unironically, one of the best little bits of raiding you can get your hands on. These guys will transform a park just because of how useful they are to use as a little raiding thing. I don't know why I said transform. They're like a support role dinosaur while still being a member of their own exhibit all to themselves. I really like the idea of trying to frame the like visual from the viewing gallery to look like you're like looking through a clearing in the trees. I think the potential in that little concept is pretty good. Oh wait, no, I use ground fiber. Land the mix is pretty compelling for... No, I don't... Why is the minimum for that so big? I'm trying to be precise here. I'm not really going for too crazy thick of jungle here for what is going to amount to a little guy. So, just as they would not go through much trouble for really anything, I'm not going too much through trouble for the Amargasaurs. I do absolutely adore them, though, and think they are adorable creatures. That's cute like that. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. It is 2 of them, so even this is a little cramped. This is going to be the most fun area to do because it's right next to the hatchery. Let's go ahead and get the Margosaurus down over here. And let me see the view from that gallery. Yeah, I like the view from the gallery. Real star attraction is going to be right here. I think one of the ways we're going to let people experience it is something that I really can only think of doing in the jungle. That's a zip line. We're going to reverse the order of those.
Transporting asset.
If you like really want to look at the animals, you can go on the zip line for all our health and safety staff cares. I don't like that it's not centered to the zip line. There we go. And then would we be able to just like tuck the top of this through under the zip line? No. So I do want you to like see the Brachiosaurus off in the distance. I want them to be a big deal when you see them. The zip line will be your ideal way to get an aerial view of them, because the enclosure is going to be packed full of trees. This will definitely be Brachiosaurs.
Delivery has been completed.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
What's up with you?
What do
Always
you
asking
mean?
what's up with me. Always saying what's up to me. What?
Yeah.
True. So this is why we work as friends. You get me. You really understand when I'm on some nonsense. You truly know what I mean by the
Yep.
random crap I'm saying. Let's do a baryonyx exhibit. That's what'll take up that little spot. This is a carnivore heavy area. But I do enjoy making baryonyx exhibits. Random favorite. These guys are too funky looking not to do random favorite. We're only gonna have two of them. It's not a big spot we're putting them in. I'm gonna try to make it look like these viewing galleries are connected by using the JW concrete fence. Into the crazy Spinosaurus fence to just negate what I said earlier about that being a Spinosaurus exclusive thing. In my defense, it's a cool fence. That's the only defense I have about the fence. I ended up not using that divot for a damn thing. No real gimmicky enclosures in this section, which is why it's definitely going to be the shortest stream. Just because this is going to be our primary just view animals area. Alright, and then I want to like... This is a packed section when it comes to stuff in it, and my jungle sections are always going to be that way. Good lord, I think he just exploded. Did someone comedically drop a pan on you? Sounds like a yes. I really do enjoy the way the sections start to just blend together eventually. Like all you see is this one big park. I think I did not make room for the monorail. And you know where a good spot for the monorail would have been? I really didn't think about the monorail. All the good spots for it are taken up by other dinosaurs, and I honestly don't want to run it through any of these exhibits. So honestly, I think it can wait. And we can break my plans for the Sorna section by placing a monorail here, so long as I can rim the bottom with trees. Okay, yeah, I can. That's important. So I don't want to do anything too crazy when the Sorna section comes around, but like travel is going to be necessary over here. Like that's a comedically short path, but it is what it needs to be. I guess that means we'll have the JP section, because I mean, like, come on, you can't tell me it's not in my right mind to put the visitor center right here. Maybe like a ruined one. Can you still... Okay, is that something you can still do with this? Or is that just a feature of the... like... visitor center? That you can, like, make it ruined? How do you do that? Oh, here it is. Okay, then if I can do that to the old one, that's what I want to do. That's the arrival point. Like, have a tribute to the disaster of Jurassic Park, sort of. That's something I can do under Demolish. It is. There you go, and that will act. And we'll put some, like, stuff around it to show this. That'll act as a, like, memorial of sorts. In universe, like, feels that's probably a extremely insensitive thing to build, but I, like, don't care. There's a whole thing about that in JW. I'm just gonna cut to the chase of getting this down here, because the Sorna section is going to be huge, and I really don't want to waste any space on it. And it's going to be an extremely dedicated stream. Luckily, I think it's good JP and Sorna kind of have the most space, so I can really cook up what I need to, making them good. And this section is going to be an exclusive section for my favorite dinosaurs. That big mystery section. Alright. Time to get working. I need to get this together over here. Like some funky water shapes. Yeah. And then you need to put some fish in them. Go crazy with how much. It doesn't matter. I'm really only doing 2 because I want the space to place rocks. Then you're going to go to this rock. You're going to tap and hold in random intervals, however feels fun. Just get that ground nice and weird. I'm going to switch to this rock too while I'm at it. And then I'm going to switch back to this and break it up a little. What we're doing is kind of creating a jungle swamp. And we're going to go over with a tier 1 slope brush. And let it do its thing. It's not going to seem like it does much, but in the spots where you see it, you'll see it. You're just not going to see it on this at the moment. Because I am stupid. Pre-plot out where sort of forest is going to be. It's naturally going to rim around the edge of this in some spots, sort of cut into certain spots. So I want this to be like a swamp at the forest's edge. It's kind of the idea I'm going for. not necessarily a swamp, but just like a little section where the baryonyx hunt. So I always found it very visually nice to give them this little rocky section. Also, I'm pretty sure it's like really close to what you're supposed to make for them, like comfort making wise. So I don't really care how anyone feels about this exhibit style for baryonyx specifically. Whether you build a desert or you build a swamp does not matter. As long as it's fun, as long as it looks nice to you. I'm being very willy-nilly with these rocks. That's how I do these exhibits. Wish we had weeping willows. Those are pretty trees, but I just don't think they're in the game anywhere. And if they are, I've absolutely missed them. So you get some nice foliage in here between these, sort of build that overgrown feeling of a jungle section. It's wonderful, it's wonderful. And we need... something's missing. I'm not 100% sure what. Maybe that feeling will go away when I get a zoomed out look at the bushes. Maybe. Yeah, it kind of does. I think the thing that's missing is maybe overgrowing the actual water. Give it that swamp feel, which means we're going back to good old ground fiber. We're trying our best to keep it inside the sort of rim of each of these. And that keeps it consistent with the other exhibits around it visually. There we go, that was definitely what was missing, I feel like. Yeah, let's get those guys in here. I selected two, right? And I didn't select any. Visual variety! Bring them in! Bring them in!
Asset collection request received.
To welcome a baryonyx to the park.
Asset in transit.
I really like the way that blends in when you zoom out. Like, it just kind of becomes some viewing galleries, and that's it. Just waiting for these to get over there. I really want to take a full monorail ride when the loop's finished. Just get a great view at the park.
Asset transportation in progress.
Got something to say? Oh. Here they come.
Asset transportation complete.
I really like this one. I like that yellow going down it.
Asset delivery.
What was the yellow stripe a default thing for them? Looks great. Sorry, I'm dealing with some crazy background noise right now. I'm gonna be muted for a little.
Alright.
Anyways, it should be somewhat good now to at least speak from time to time. I do really hate that I'm in my living room.
En route to collect the asset.
Everything alright?
Yeah, they're just fucking making something in the kitchen, and no offense to them, they're loud as hell.
Uh,
Heading to pick up the asset. Assets in the air. Asset transportation underway.
Anyways, I am.
Transportation underway. Asset has been delivered.
These guys, they're pretty. They're gonna look great. This is the addition of the jungle section. I'm liking the dinosaur selection we have out in this jungle section. I think it did very well with what's out here. It's probably the first time in my life I've done a Brachiosaurus only exhibit anywhere in my park. It's pretty nice. We also had a wonderful ambience to your park. They're the only dinosaur that really gets this loud.
Transportation complete.
I am, however, going to be calling it wraps when these guys get down here. I wasn't intending for a long stream. I just like to document all of what happens in building this, ignoring small things like setting up the monorail or putting down decorations. But once these guys are in today's stream, we'll have finished its segment.
Delivery complete.
I want to view this section from like somewhere else because I feel like just seeing in the distance from here is going to be awesome. Like you can be here and you might catch like a glimpse of the Brachiosaurus's head. The idea is that you might see it when walking up to it. Like you might catch a peek of it over the exhibit display thing here. I do realize I've really cramped part of this exhibit when it comes to them, so I am going to open things up just a tiny bit. Just because of how absolutely... Sorry, how incredibly large these guys are. That should give them a bit more room to wander, which they really need to look pretty. Anyways, man, we're already almost at 5 stars. This is, however, the end of my stream for the day. I didn't intend on really doing much today, stream-wise. Especially considering I'm really only streaming, so I want to keep this a regular thing each Wednesday. So, I am going to skedaddle. I will try to catch all of you next Wednesday. I do have Friday and Monday coming up off. I might pull back one of the streams to that if I'm really in a JWE mood. But I don't know the chances I will be. So, we'll probably see you all next Wednesday. And to those that are here, a good day, and thank you for coming to the stream. I know it was a short one, but it was a simple and easy section to make that I was excited to document, and I will catch you guys next time. Goodbye.